Hello guys and welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to talk about freediving buoy setup for the open water session. I did the video about how to set up the buoy a couple of years ago, and actually I covered more or less all the information which you need to know. However, there is a few new pieces of equipment, freediving equipment on the market now, and I will show you now how you can use them and make your life much more easier. And if you're a first time here, my name is Sergey, I am a freediving instructor trainer, and on this channel I'm sharing all information which I know about freediving, and hopefully this information is gonna help you to become a better and safer freediver. Okay, I want to start with completely new piece of equipment recently becoming available. It is a substitute what you can now use instead of tennis ball for like a stopper. If you maybe watch my first video, the link for this video is going to be in the description. You see that at the end of the line, before your bottom weight, we used to have a tennis ball, and now you have this piece of equipment. It's a solid material. It is from octopus. The first time when I've heard that someone used something specifically designed for freediving, it was maybe a year ago. I think the first person, at least which I knew was using it, was the guy from Italy. What is his name? Andrea Zuccari, and he was doing this for his own school. But now another guy from France, Pascal, is start to produce this piece of equipment relatively cheap, and I think it's pretty convenient. And today I'm going to show how to put it on your line, and yeah, you will see how convenient it is. So it has two parts. Let me show you how you can put it on the line. So this is your line. You put one part here, you move it for about a meter. Like the normally distance between tennis ball, we used to use a tennis ball, between tennis ball and the bottom weight, like usually about 1.5, 2 meters. So here we're gonna use 1 meter, or maybe a little bit more. So you're gonna make some kind of simple knot on your rope. This is gonna prevent this upper part from moving down. And then you put the second part, and as you can see, the knot is going to be between these two parts. So now this stopper would not move up or down. Okay, here is a closer look. As you can see, this is a one part on top of the knot. This is another part from below. So then you just connect it. Okay, done. And again, now is the first big thing which I didn't mention on my first video. I apologize that I didn't mention how long should be the distance between your stopper, between your tennis ball if you old style, or like between this beautiful stopper if you are more new style guy. So the distance should be about a meter or more. So let's say the 1 meter is the smallest distance, and then you can make some kind of knot. Different kind of knots can be used, and this is going to be used for attaching your bottom weight. On this last video I explained how to attach to the bottom weight, and actually I also make a video about how to make your own bottom weight, so check it out as well. Okay guys, then the next new part, the next new piece of equipment which we use now, and again I make a video about this a while ago, is a pulley device. There is now a few companies who making pulley device. I checked Molchanov's and from Octopus. They are both nice, however I personally prefer Octopus, but again Molchanov's works fine as well. I made the both reviews about such products on my channel. Check it out if you want to have more information about such devices. But this device is going to make your life much more easier. So again, we have a carabiner here. So this carabiner is going to be attached below your float, below your buoy. and this part is going down with like with the bottom weight. So right, so imagine that this part is attached to the float. So when I need to put the line down, I just connect these two parts, and when the line heavy, when there is some weights obviously, then the line is just simply going down. So to put the weight down is so much simpler, guys. It's just like incredibly simple at this moment. And the next part about this pulley is that it's super easy to bring the line back. Again, I made a video about this. I'm not going to explain details, but it's much more easier to pull the line up compared to the old style when you need to like lie on a float and pull the rope like manually. With this one, it's faster, it's much more easier. So it's also safer, because if you need to bring the line up, like in a case of emergency, you're going to do it much faster. Okay, and like I said, this part same is going to be attached to your float. By the way, this float is from To Be Experienced, and again, of course, I already made the review about this float. I still use it. I think I ordered it, I get it maybe more than a year ago, definitely more than a year, because pandemic is already more than a year. Time flies. So I think I used it maybe already for a couple of years. Still like it. It's still leaking a little bit, which I mentioned on my review, but it's not that much annoying. So what you need to do, like maybe every week, you need to just pump a little bit air inside, so it's pretty easy to do. So you can attach it here, and then like now you can dive. And the last part which I want to mention, which I didn't mention on my first video about how to stop the float, is that don't forget attach another part of your rope to like somehow to your float. Again, here on this buoy specifically, they have a plastic ring. Here is a ring. It's a plastic ring. It's okay if it is a plastic, because there is not going to be any effort here. But here you can connect your rope. If you don't have this kind of ring, sometimes the ring is on the bottom. You can use it, or in case if you don't have anything inside, you can attach this part to maybe one of the handlers which you have on your float. But I like that they have this one inside. By the way, I also have a knife here. Again, this is for different emergency, for ghost net, whatever. When you're freediving in the ocean, it's just my idea. It's good to have some kind of sharp device in case, again, if some emergency happens, to cut the rope or whatever. So it's good to have it. Okay guys, this is it. This was my second video about how to set up the freediving float for the open water session. There is a few new things which I didn't mention on my first video. So first of all, now we're using like kind of standard stationary device like stopper instead of using the tennis ball. I mean, you still can use a tennis ball, no problem with the tennis ball. However, this one is a little bit more convenient to use, and also it's a little bit safer because it's not compressing, so there is no chance that the carabiner is gonna stuck. And remember, the distance between your tennis ball or this kind of stopper should be at least 1 meter or more, like maybe 1.5 meters, maybe even 2 meters. I don't think 2 meters is necessary. 1.5 is going to be enough. So the next thing, again, we're using freediving pulley. Highly recommended, guys. I used to use like old style methods to pull the line up and set up the depths. The pulley is just making life 10 times easier in this question. So one more thing, don't forget to attach the end part of your rope to your float. It can happen that the line can fall out from your float and then you're gonna lose it, right? So this is why it's a good idea to attach the end part of the rope to the float. And guys, maybe optional, but still I think it makes sense to have a knife in your freediving float. In case of any emergency happens, you are prepared for this emergency. Okay guys, hopefully this video is going to be useful for you to set up your own freediving float. And if it was useful, if you like this video, don't forget to click the like button. It helps my channel to grow. I really appreciate if you do it, and I will see you next time.